All right, we'll start right here in the front row.
Tyrese, Jenny Carlson with the Oklahoman. Obviously, you had a stretch there in the fourth quarter where you really got it going, but felt like a lot of things were hard to that point. What were they doing? Anything different than what you saw in the first game?
No, I mean, this is who they are defensively. They got a lot of different guys who can guard the ball, fly around. They're really physical, force the officials to, let us play a little bit more. So just got to do a better job playing through there. I think I've had two really poor first halves. So, I just got to figure out how to be better earlier in games. But kudos to them. They're a great defensive team, but, watch the film, see where I can get better.
Left on the front row.
Zach Ostrom of the Indianapolis Star, kind of in that same vein, but Coach called your offense an ecosystem where, the more one guy succeeds, the more everybody succeeds. What have they done to disrupt that when they've had success, slowing you guys down offensively these first two games? Yeah,
I think we just got to do a better job of getting to the paint. It's a lot easier said than done, but, I feel like in the first half we were just moving the ball on the outside, and I don't think we had a single point in the paint in the first quarter, if I'm not mistaken. So, our offense is built from the inside out. We got to do a better job getting downhill. They collapse and then, make plays from there. But, I thought we could improve a lot there. But, yeah, man, they're flying around. They got great point of attack defenders. They got great rim protectors. It's a great defense. So we can do a lot better job and, watch the film and see if we can get better, going into Game 3.
Okay, go all the way to the left, Tim.
Tyrese, for as frustrating as I'm sure tonight feels like right now for you guys, you are leaving here with a split.
Yep.
That has to mean something to you guys. I know it's not a console, it doesn't take tonight away, but you came in here and did what you had to do. You took home court. How much nicer will that make things when you get back home and figure out how to attack Wednesday?
Yeah, I think anytime you're the lower seed in a playoff series, your job is to go split or go try to get one on the road. We got game one. Felt like we really let the rope slip, there in the second quarter. So I think you can. There's many different ways that you can choose to digest, what's in front of you. But yeah, I think we focus on taking it a day at a time. So you got the split, you feel good about that. But we definitely wanted to play better tonight. I think our processes need to be a lot better for us to be successful here. So it's still a race in the first to four. So we're going to our home court. Tied 1-1, and we love playing at home, love playing in front of our fans. Our fans are amazing. So just see where we can get better, and just take it a day at a time.
Second row in the middle.
Tyrese, Vince Goodwill, Yahoo Sports. In the fourth quarter, it seemed like you got going off the ball a little bit, where they couldn't track you. Is that something? Was that just by happenstance? Was that like something intentional of yours? And is that something that you can kind of replicate early in games in these first halves that you said were poor?
Yeah, I think through the course of a series, even in the games that you lose, you're trying to learn from them, see where you can get better. So we had some success there. Me, playing off the pitch a little bit more, flying around, rather than, if I'm in that high ball screen, which, I feel like I am really successful at, that gives them a chance to really load up, pack the paint. They got a couple steals in there. I had some really dumb turnovers tonight. They're kind of showing like a soft blitz, sometimes a full blitz. They're giving me different looks. So I got to do a better job and just figuring out where I can be better. And in that game in the second half when you're down by so much, you can choose to, just take the game for what it is and just be done, or, try to continue to learn different things. So, I think through the course of the series and already through these first two games, I'm learning, where my spots are, where I can be better. So we'll take the good and the bad, watch film, see where you can improve going into the next game.
Just as a quick follow-up.
Vince, I need to get to DA so we can get out of here.
Sorry.
Most teams defensively try to take the three away first. They don't seem to really mind if you shoot threes. They're taking the paint away. So what's the challenge when you see a defense that's kind of unusual in that sense?
Yeah, I think you just have to choose. You have to make a decision on getting threes your way. I think we made some shots that were kind of on the the swing. But we got to do a better job of getting downhill and just playing from the inside out. They are a team, like you said, who really takes away the paint, does a great job of swarming the ball. It feels like there's 5 guys around you every time you're in the paint. But we got to do a better job of getting threes our way. And I felt like in the first quarter, we were able to, turn them over probably a little bit more than they're accustomed to, and we didn't do a great job of capitalizing on that. Again, when you're forcing turnovers like that, you should probably be getting more rim twos than just early kick ahead threes, and that's me, and that's where we can be better as a whole. So again, watch the film, see where we can get better. We know that the paint is our emphasis, and the paint is our friend. The more that we're able to attack the paint, usually better things happen for us. So it's just about getting threes your way. If you just swing the ball around and take late shot clock threes, it's really difficult. And sometimes we're stuck in that situation. You got to make whatever you can with it. But we got to do a better job of not playing so late into the clock and getting threes our way.
Thanks, Tyrese.